Hi, assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, and thank you for bearing the bad weather, the rain, to come out here in support and solidarity, not just with me, but with Palestine, because that's what this is all about. Whatever the smoke screens, whatever the charade that's going on inside, we all know in our bones that this is about Gaza, this is about Palestine, and that's why I am being dragged through these courts at the moment. It's not break time, it's not lunchtime. I've unceremoniously been kicked out of the courtroom, as have my lawyers and the members of the public, because now the court is going to go into secret, into closed, where they will justify to the judge only why they detained me, why they felt the need to take my phone. They've kindly given me what's called a special advocate. This is a security vetted barrister who is not allowed to speak to me because he's seen the closed material. So I've decided I'm not going to engage with that process at all. I told them I didn't even want a special advocate, but they said we have to give you one because the rules say so. And that will give some level of fairness to you. I said, it's a sham. I mean, it is a rigged system. And if you engage with it, I've been doing this work for at least 10 years. If you engage with it, all you are actually doing is feeding the intelligence monster. And let me just take a few minutes to explain what that means, because I think it's important to understand. I'm not running away from it. I'm not hiding about some secret material that might be there. The way the closed material procedure works is, the special advocate who is given to me to represent me, I can only speak with him and he can speak with me until the point he sees the material. But what's the point of that? He doesn't know what to ask me, I don't know what to tell him. So what I will end up doing is shooting in the dark, offering up information that could be there about people I know, places I've been, my opinions, anything and everything. What could be on my phone, what could they possibly be looking for? That might have no relevance, but all it does is it goes into the intelligence database. The government see it, the police see it, the state sees it, and it goes into that database. And I'll never know if it's useful or not useful. What I do know is that it's in a database. It will be used to persecute, to harass, to intimidate other people who are then connected to me, and through me connected to anybody they feel that I'm connected to. So it is simply a mechanism for the police, for the intelligence agencies to gather, collect and refine intelligence. By giving this a legal term, closed material procedure, by having a special advocate who will represent my interest in court, all you're simply doing is pretending to give it some sort of judicial oversight, legitimacy, but in fact it's a symbiotic relationship between the judiciary and the intelligence services. The judiciary say, look, there's due process. The intelligence services have a way to gather intelligence and say there's accountability. In reality, there's nothing. There is simply a false economy and a falsity that there can be such a thing as fairness coupled with secrecy. We stand here for open justice. If I am accused of any crime, if I'm accused of having done anything that threatens national security, then I want every one of you beautiful people here to know that. I want you to see the evidence. I want those people on the bus to see the evidence. I want the whole state, I want it covered in the media. What have I done? So then I can challenge it. But to kick me out of court, to kick my lawyers out of court at this point and say, we now need to go into closed and we're going to actually have a conversation with the judge, that you will never know what happened there. You'll never know the justification. You'll never see the material. That is simply unfair. And you ask any child whether this is fair, they will say, how could that be fair? You didn't hear my side of the story. Anybody who's got kids will say the same thing. Kids understand fairness better than adults. But we become conditioned to accept unfairness. The last 25 years of war and terror has conditioned the British public to accept secret evidence in our courts, to accept an abandonment of the rule of law, to accept people being arrested for terrorism for holding up placards. So we have been fighting this for over 2 decades. Now is not the time to back off. And the fact that all of you guys are here today really encourages me. It's not about me. It's not the fact that I'm a solicitor, I'm a lawyer. The principle is greater than this. Nobody should be allowed to take your phone at a border without suspicion. Without suspicion, I need to stress that. And do a digital strip search on you. under the compulsion that if you don't comply, you will be convicted of terrorism. That is not what should be happening. And it's not about me, I need to stress this. It is about all of us, and most fundamentally, it is about Palestine, free Palestine.